Hi everyone, it's Marie-Laure. Welcome back to another video. This is part one of my new series. Guys, I'm so excited because we are talking about how to level up in 2020. So without further ado, actually, before we get into it, please subscribe to my channel if you like this content and turn on your post notifications so you know every single time I post a new video. And also please be sure to follow me on Instagram at mlspeaks. So this first video, we're gonna cover the 5 things you need to know before starting this level up journey, okay? So to me, leveling up is the process of optimizing yourself so that you can be or perform at your utmost potential. I only really became conscious about leveling up properly as a concept that I actually applied to my life in the last year or so. So it's been a really gradual process. Like, guys, I literally just posted a story on Instagram because I was like, I can't even believe like how laid my hair is right now, you know? But I'm telling you that the first time I got this thing done, it did not look this good. Anyway, so let me get into what I believe are the 5 things you need to know before you begin this journey. Number 1, you are not going to change overnight. You know, at the start of every single year, the gym is always packed out. Like, the gym is completely packed, full of people who decided, this year, you know, I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna be so on it, blah, 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 which is obviously not a bad thing, but it's like, you cannot go from not setting foot in the gym for months at a time to suddenly going 5 days a week and expect to sustain that, like overnight, just suddenly be perfect at it. No, it's not gonna work. And it's not gonna work if you think, I ate like absolute crap over the holidays, I eat like crap in general, but January 1st, I'm just gonna turn into some amazing, like, no. Some people can do that. Most of us can't. You don't just wake up and change completely. Like, that's just not how it works. So the first thing is to recognize that you are not going to change overnight, which leads me on to number 2. You need to break up your goals and your aspirations into smaller, more manageable chunks, like progress goals, okay? Like mini targets, like mini milestones, okay? This is the kind of stuff I learn as a consultant. Milestones, project plans, anyway, right? So your goal is to lose 4 dress sizes in 8 months, let's say, right? That means, you know, every 2 months, you wanna have gone down a dress size, okay? It will be so much easier for you to stay on track with your goals if you can see the progress happening, some progression happening in a shorter space of time. Sometimes when you feel like you have a long time to do something, or you feel like your goal is really far away, or like really quite ambitious or unattainable, you give yourself more excuses to miss the mark, if that makes sense. So it's like, if you're like, okay, by summer I want to have this snatched body, right? And you are not tracking your progress in between, you're gonna see those donuts on your office table and you're gonna be like, yeah, let me just have one, like, it's fine, it's not gonna change anything. But if you are like, okay, I'm tracking this on a monthly basis, suddenly you're like, okay, this month I need to have made this much progress. And that will mean you'll look at that donut and you'll be like, nah, I remember I have a target for this month that I need to reach, rather than, this is so far in the future, it's okay if I have a donut now, I'll still be able to reach my goal. No. And that's how people end up rushing into the gym in June trying to get their summer bodies, okay? Like, no, summer bodies were made in the winter, you know? But yeah, so break up your goals into much smaller chunks, because you will encourage yourself every single time you reach a mini milestone to get to the next one. Number 3, make your goals progressive. So instead of saying, okay, from Monday, I'm gonna do this 5 times a week, if you've never done it before, instead say, okay, this month, I'm gonna go to the gym 2 times a week, right? 2 times a week, every week this month. And then every week, you make sure you go to the gym twice a week. Like, make it realistic for yourself. Rome was not built in a day. I have to tell myself this because I'm such an all or nothing person. But yeah, Rome was not built in a day. If you are trying to save money, for example, instead of saying, okay, I'm just not gonna buy anything this month, I'm just gonna do no shopping. Like, I'm not gonna buy, no. If you are someone who is a shopaholic, it's not realistic for you to just starve yourself. Like, it's not gonna work. Instead, reduce your shopping budget. Maybe you don't even have a shopping budget. Maybe set yourself a shopping budget as your first step and say, this month, this is my shopping budget. This is how much I'm going to spend. I'm not going to spend anything over that. And then next month you can reduce it slightly, or maybe do that for like 2 months, 3 months, get used to it, and then reduce it slightly for your next quarter. But yeah, make everything gradual. If you spend all your money on food like I do, like make yourself a target, a progressive target. So instead of suddenly being like, I always buy all my lunches out. Yeah, from next week, I'm going to bring all my lunches in. I'm going to pack my lunch every day. Like, babes, like, you know you ain't going to keep on top of that. You've never done it before. Like, so instead say, okay, next week, I'm going to bring my lunch in on Wednesday or something like that. And then every week that month, you bring your lunch in on Wednesday. And then, hey, if that's been working for you, the month after, you bring your lunch in on Tuesday and Wednesday. Do you know what I mean? And then before you know it, you've become more accustomed to that lifestyle, and then you're able to bring your lunch in 5 times a week or whatever, and it will just be normal for you. But what you don't want to do is say, set yourself some crazy goal 5 times a week, 6 times a week, because what will happen is, and this is what always happens when by like mid-Feb, every single year, all those people who started the year off like all guns blazing, yeah, gym, I'm on this life, I'm on this thing, right? Where are they? Mid-Feb, they're not there anymore. I can't remember where I saw this stat, but it was like the majority of people break their New Year's resolutions by the 8th of February on average, something like that, right? So really it's saying like first week of February, which is like 5 weeks of 52 weeks in the year, you were going all guns blazing, and then you just fell off like for the remaining 49 or whatever, 47 weeks of the year, right? How much better would it be to say, okay, actually, let me go to the gym twice a week, right? And maintain it. Be realistic about what you can actually do. Maintain that over the whole year rather than 5 days a week for 5 weeks. Doesn't make any sense, does it? A lot of this is for myself as well, because your girl here needs some help as well. Like, we all need some help. So yeah, so anyway, number 4, forgive yourself on your journey. One thing that I really struggle with is forgiving myself. Like, if I have made a plan to do something, or I'm trying to achieve something, and I don't get where I'm trying to go, or I miss it sometimes, I am so hard on myself. I'm really trying to work on it, guys. Like, but for all of us, I just want to encourage us to forgive ourselves. No one is perfect. This whole journey is about progression over perfection, okay? Sometimes when we fail or we flop, like for me, for example, like there are things that like spiritually I was like, yes, I've been developing on, I've been working on, and then when I failed, I gave myself such a hard time. And it's like, God doesn't even hold this stuff against you. As soon as you ask him for forgiveness, as long as you've forgiven other people, he is quick to forgive you. So be quick to forgive yourself, okay? If there's something that you had planned to do that you didn't get done, goals and targets that you missed, do not hold it against yourself. Keep moving, learn from it and move on. Forgive yourself quickly. It will stop you from wallowing in self-pity and going back to your old habits. Maybe I'm not where I wanted to be yet, but I'm still on this journey, okay? This is not going to stop me from carrying on. My friend was saying to me, it's so interesting that like new people who are quite new to like fitness and new to the gym are very like particular about their, I mean, everyone's particular about their schedule, but it's like, they're very much like, oh, I've been doing this for a week now. I've been doing this for a month now. I've been doing this for 3 months now. And like, you know, it's all been perfect, all consistent. Like they've been on their schedule. They feel good about it, right? But when they miss it one time or 1 week, they can feel terrible, and it can push them into not continuing because they're like, oh my gosh, I ate so badly this week. Like, oh, I didn't go to the gym this week. Oh gosh, I'm rubbish. And then just fall back into your old habits because you haven't forgiven yourself. Whereas people who just make it a lifestyle thing are like, look, I might have missed it this time. Like, you don't even count how long you've been perfectly going to the gym. You just go to the gym. Sometimes you miss the gym, but you will still say, I go to the gym. It's my lifestyle. That's the way I live. Do you know what I mean? It's not always going to be perfect, but you keep going regardless. So yeah, forgive yourself quickly so that you continue to progress. And the last point I want to make about this whole thing is we all need to be disciplined, but in a flexible way. So I kickbox, right? My target overall would maybe be, let me go to kickboxing 3 times this week. I might have said to myself, okay, I'm gonna go kickboxing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever, Saturday, right? Now, if I have to stay late at work and I can't make my kickboxing class, if I have to move it to Thursday, I will move it to Thursday, but I will still get it done. So it's just be disciplined, as in still target to achieve what you need to achieve in a flexible way. If your life is something that, you know, moves around quite a lot, or you have to be quite adaptable, things like that, don't be discouraged and think, oh my gosh, I can't have a routine in place, I can't have a schedule, I need to have like a really rigid schedule. No, you can still get things done in like a way more flexible way. Like, you really can. You just need to, you know, be fluid with your time, okay? And this goes for like people who have kids, people who have families. I'm sure you know that things just happen all the time. Maybe you wanted to do something and then like your child fell sick, God forbid, and you had to, you know what I mean? You have to jig things around sometimes, but don't make it an excuse if life comes up and you're not able to do that thing that day. Don't make it an excuse to not do it at all that week or not do it at all that month. Still do what you need to do. Right, so I'm gonna leave it here for now. Please stay tuned, like the video, share the video with anyone you think will enjoy it. And guys, I will catch you in the next video, okay? Love you so much. See you later. Bye.